Last time we proved that even with a small, cheap LED light like this Godox LED 36 for example, you can already improve the quality of your scene drastically. And I really encourage you to check out that video if you're on a tight budget. But what exactly do higher priced portable LEDs offer for their money, and is it worth the investment? Let's find out together.
0.19%. The benchmark 10-year note rose 1 3/4 points to 101.8, pushing its yield to 4.21%. And the 30-year bond gained 1/4 to 103 with a yield of 5.12. Yields and prices
We reached out to FalconEyes to test their new F7 Mark II LED RGB, retailing for around 149 euros. That's the same price tag as 6 of these Godox LED 36. 6 lights versus just 1. Well, does it even stand a chance? Let's take a look at the specs first. The F7 Mark II comes with 96 LED pins at a power output of 12 watts. The bicolor panel supports color temperatures from 2500 Kelvin to 9000 Kelvin at a CRI of 96+. The internal battery provides up to 2 hours of maximum intensity usage and can be charged or powered via USB-C. Speaking of maximum intensity, the highest lux you get at a half-meter distance is around 1750 at 5500 Kelvin according to the manufacturer, although we measured a little bit less in a dark room. But wait a minute, so far the lux per euro ratio of the F7 Mark II is kind of underwhelming considering the whopping price of almost 150 euros. I mean, that money buys you a studio light which easily outshines pocket LEDs at daylight. Does it mean the F7 Mark II is just a mispriced flop? Not by a long shot. First, you've got to get your expectations right, because with the F7 Mark II, you're buying a portable RGB panel, meaning you're putting versatility over raw power performance. And versatility is where the F7 Mark II truly shines, in like thousands of different colors. But before we continue, I would like to reiterate the color temperature range, because going stepless from 2500 Kelvin all the way to 9000 Kelvin already is a pretty cool unique selling point that we couldn't find with any of the other competitors. And I mean, you're not going to use the corner cases a lot, but it's nice to have that many options packed in such a small pocket. While on the subject, what else comes in FalconEyes' carrying pouch? Beyond the light, you will get a USB-C charging cable, a tilting cold shoe adapter, a diffuser, and a honeycomb, as well as a manual and an overview of different theme modes. On paper, this is everything you need, and while we do appreciate the effort, we would like to share some minor doubts about the diffusion and the grid. Both are made of silicone and come with these pair of thin straps to attach them onto the light, and they just feel very weak and flimsy. We're just scared of using them and really wished for an alternative solution. However, as of yet, both items are still free of any damage, so take our doubts with a grain of salt. And after all, both items do work as intended, adding even more options to use this light on set. Again, versatility is king. The form factor and design of this panel also play into this rule, because not only is it mere 15 millimeters thin, which makes it the thinnest RGB panel we could find in its respective category, the back of the panel also is magnetic, making it even possible to stick it onto metal surfaces if you have them available on set. It makes hiding this thing super easy. The only thing we're really missing here is a native solution to thread or rig something onto the short edge side, as there's only one thread on the long edge. Overall though, the LED has a very weighty and high quality built material feel to it, which we really appreciate. But we're not just done yet, because the true highlight of the F7 Mark II actually comes with its software, specifically with its DeSal Lite App. And trust us, you really want to use the app since there are so many options to choose from, and quickly navigating around different modes with the control wheels just feels clumsy compared to the app. Pairing the light with the app is as simple as a button click and gives you full access to all of its features. And there are a lot of them, like a hue saturation intensity mode, an RGB mode, a correlated color temperature mode, a color gel mode, a picture coloring mode, allowing you to take or upload a picture to the app to recognize and perform any color in it, an audio mode, reacting to any pre-recorded or live played sound, and an effects scenes mode where you can choose between 20 different effects such as TV flickering, strobe lights, or a police car. You may even fine-tune these effects in playback speed and intensity too. One essential thing that is missing though is the ability to save and load different settings or being able to import and export them. Also, throughout our testing, we ran into some connectivity issues, but after a manual restart, these hiccups seem to have fixed themselves. We hope to see some future patches to address these issues. In conclusion, does it beat 6 low-budget lights after all? Well, no, at least not in raw power performance, but as we elaborated, that's not really the goal of the F7 Mark II. And much unlike them, FalconEyes provides you with the most packed RGB light in such a small pouch. We're really impressed with the overall build quality, the performance of the light, the software and all of its features, and the overall box contents. Sure, some small details could be improved, but it does not overshadow the sheer limitless applications for practical filmmaking, which is why we never want to miss it on another shoot. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.